Again, thank you so much for being with us here this morning. We officially opened the Amway Center to the public this morning, and I want to mention you're all invited back tomorrow. It'll be our community open house tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'd love to see you, and there will be live tours. You can walk the building, see the building, and enjoy the building. At this time, it's my privilege to invite the CEO and the Vice Chairman of the Orlando Magic to the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Vanderwey.
Good morning. What an absolutely awesome day for our community and our Magic family. The word that comes to mind, and my kids would tell you that I usually throw some big words at them. All I can say right now is wow. I'd like to thank Mayor Dyer, Mayor Crotty, the city and county commissioners for the belief and the vision to get us here today. Thank you. For those of you who have kids, you know the 9 months of pregnancy can be a long battle between parents. Well, we have waited 11 years for this child. And we've had a lot of people through this building, and as we open it this weekend, I can tell you, having been in almost every arena, not maybe in the country, but in the nation, you all should be very proud of what is going to be recognized as the best facility in the entire country. It was important for us as a family to make sure that economic stimulus, being a catalyst for opportunity in business, happened through this process in this building. And it brought me great joy as I walked week by week and saw the 1,000 people working here every day, and the pride and the smile and the energy and the thank you for employment every day of that journey. And I also promise today that this family won't stop here, and we look forward to investing in other opportunity in this, our community, the city of Orlando. The beauty, charm, character, quality of this building reflects this community and its people in a way that should be so special. It is with pride that I stand here and look forward to our mayor and our city taking over the keys. It's been an absolute privilege to lead the development group and build such a fine building. I want to say thank you to our entire organization. They're the ones with the eyes half shut who haven't been sleeping over the last couple of months. I'm proud of all of you Magic staff. Great job. And we all know that whether it's politics or business or just getting things done, leadership is at the forefront of making it all happen. I couldn't be more proud of the gentleman who's on my hip every day. Please welcome our president, Alex Martins.
Thank you. Good morning. Mayor Dyer, Mayor Crotty, Orange County Board of Commissioners, City of Orlando Commissioners, and distinguished guests. Today, we enter legend. Today, we enter a legendary building for the citizens of Orlando, Orange County, and all of Central Florida. A building that was built by our people, for our people. Today, we enter a legendary building that will house the memories of our community for decades to come. A legendary building where parents will bring their child for their first sports experience that will become a memory for the rest of their lives. A legendary building where a couple will go on their first date and have a lifetime memory long after they commit to a life together. A legendary building where the world's most significant arena events take place right in front of your eyes. A legendary building that will hang multiple NBA World Championship banners. Look around you, take it in, because you're sitting in the very best arena facility in North America, perhaps even the world. You're sitting in the most technologically advanced arena facility in all of North America. You are sitting in a legendary building that has focused on the patron first, with premium level amenities for every ticketed patron, with more points of sale, more restrooms, bars, restaurants, and seating types in the best arena facilities throughout the entire world. You are sitting in a building that's not just an arena facility, it is an entertainment complex. It's the most environmentally friendly building, green if you will, the greenest sports facility in all of the United States. As you may be aware, the Orlando Magic and our affiliate company, Event Center Development, was the developer of this Amway Center, charged with the responsibility of managing design and construction of this great facility. In carrying that responsibility out, we had the most incredible team by our side, focused on delivering the very best arena facility in the world to the citizens of Central Florida. In accomplishing this, we have so many of our teammates to thank, all who played an incredibly important role in making this day come to fruition. First, we thank Bob Vanderweide and the entire DeVos family. The DeVos family has been one of the most committed ownership groups in all of professional sports to both putting a contending product on the floor, but also to the betterment of this great community. For both the significant financial contribution, your donation of 5 community gymnasiums to Orange County, but also for your philanthropic and leadership contributions, Bob, our community thanks you and your family for your commitment to making Orlando a better place to live, work, and play for all of us. We thank Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, Orange County Mayor Rich Crotty, the City of Orlando, and Orange County Commissioners, who supported the approval of this community asset. Without your leadership and vision, we could never have gotten to this day. We also thank our partners in this process, the City of Orlando and Orlando Venues staff. We walked hand in hand in partnership through the entire design and construction process in a way that no professional sports team and government entity has ever done so successfully. We thank the leaders of our tourism industry, particularly the leadership of Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, the Orlando Orange County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and the Central Florida Hotel and Lodging Association. Without your leadership, please, without their leadership in raising the tourist tax by 1 penny, we would not all be sitting in this world-class facility today. We also thank our local business community who came together with Project Hometown for our community venues, led by the Central Florida Partnership and the Metro Orlando Economic Development Commission. Your leadership has made it possible for this Amway Center to be built for all of us who call Central Florida home. We thank our design and construction team for bringing all of their expertise and hard work to make our vision come true. It started with the beautiful and world-class design of our outstanding architectural team led by Populous. And also our local lead architects, Baker Barrios and C.T. Shu. When the construction work began, Hunk Construction came on the job and did a spectacular job. Don't you agree? They also had local partners in R.L. Burns, the Ray Group, Albo and Associates, and HZ Construction, who worked tirelessly over the last 26 months building this legendary facility with contractors and workers from our local, minority, and women-owned construction businesses who so desperately needed this project to stay afloat in one of the most challenging economic times of our lives. To all of the hard-working men and women who put on their hard hat and put their heart, blood, and sweat into this building, we say thank you for all of your great work. I must also thank our program management and ownership representative teammates at Turner Construction, SC Advisors, the J. Nichols Group, and B&L Management. Your dedication and attention to detail on this project has never before and will never again be duplicated. And for that, I could never thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank all my teammates on the Orlando Magic staff. Five years ago, we set out as a team, as a family, to transform the Orlando Magic organization into one of the greatest brands in professional sports and to build the best building in the NBA. Not only have you all done that, but you have exceeded every expectation. And for that, I will always be eternally grateful to you, the best front office in all of professional sports. I must specifically acknowledge one teammate from our Magic staff who has been our day-to-day leader, obsessing over every detail during the last 5 years of Amway Center development, in Charlie Freeman. Charlie, you've been our captain, our MVP, and for your great leadership, we are eternally grateful. And I must also thank the families of all of those who have worked on making this building a reality, particularly my wife, Juliet, who could not be here with us today, and my daughters. All of our families have seen very little of us and have been patient with our long days away from home these past 2 years. We thank them all for standing by our side during this great project. Mayor Dyer, I hope our development team has made you and our community proud. At this time, I would like to report that the construction of the Amway Center is officially substantially complete. And I am happy to turn over the keys of the Amway Center to the City of Orlando and the citizens of this great community, the owners of this legendary facility. In conclusion, I'd like to recognize our champion of the community sponsors who helped to make the building of this legendary Amway Center possible. Harris Corporation, Florida Hospital, Geico, PepsiCo, Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, and of course our vision rights partner, Amway. Amway represents the quality and excellence we strive for in making legendary experiences for the patrons of this great and legendary facility. And we are extremely proud to have the Amway brand on this building. Representing Amway, please welcome its Chief Marketing Officer, Candace Matthews.
Good morning to our distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Alex, for those kind words. Last year, I stood with many of you as Amway, the Orlando Magic, and the City of Orlando announced a partnership. Our goal was to create the vision for the next level of play in sports and entertainment for the city. And here we are. I am amazed at this beautiful venue. How about you? Orlando is a global destination city with tremendous potential for a global company like ours. We are proud to have our name inextricably linked to a team whose fan base reaches around the world, a team who supports their community in ways we admire. We are honored to partner with a city whose revitalization efforts are transforming the downtown district into an attraction that complements and indeed rivals the full range of tourist and entertainment attraction nearby. For Amway, this is one of the first major expressions of our new global brand identity. The considerable effort and talent invested in designing, finishing, and furnishing the Amway Center is evident. And in addition, the building meets criteria for green certification, which is very important to us at Amway. We are looking forward to hosting events of our own in Orlando and being able to bring guests to this contemporary and spacious venue. We also hope that the fans will enjoy our Neutralite Magic fan experience up on the second level. So, on behalf of Amway, I thank all of you who have been involved in bringing the Amway Center to life. And I'd like to give special thanks to the Amway brand team who worked so diligently to make this come to life. Thank you, David. We look forward to a continued successful partnership and an exciting season ahead. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Candace. At this time, please welcome Orange County Mayor Rich Crotty.
Good morning. It's great to see everybody here this morning. What an awesome turnout. And I know there's lots of people watching at home as well. You all have heard all the big shots recognized, but let me recognize the citizens of Orange County and the city of Orlando. The fan base and the community really is what this is all about. Give you all yourself a round of applause. It was mentioned earlier that talking about a new arena really started about 10 years ago. And it was 10 years ago that I became mayor of Orange County. And then Mayor Glenda Hood approached me about a plan to renovate the old arena. When I look around this building, I think to myself, boy, am I glad that plan didn't work out. Yesterday, we had our Tourist Development Council. That's the group that makes recommendations to the County Commission on the spending of the tourist development tax, which is a huge funding partner in the downtown venues. And in that meeting yesterday, I looked back on the dramatic downturn in tourist taxes in 2001 as a result of the events of September 11th of that year. Those dreams for a renovated arena really kind of went down the tubes right at that moment. But you know, sometimes good comes out of bad. And we are here today after this community came together, and you've heard of the partnerships. We got through September 11th as a community, and we had a new mayor, Buddy Dyer, in 2003. We worked very closely together as a community on the downtown venues with a like-minded vision. And it is really true. of the groups that really need to be singled out, it's our tourism industry. They stepped up, partnered with us for the key funding source for these projects. And Buddy and I stood downtown and at the Orange County History Center and announced an agreement in principle to move forward, not just with this Amway Center, but as it related to a performing arts center and a rehabilitation of the Citrus Bowl as well. And the entire community really rallied with Project Hometown that was mentioned. And we really had it all going on. Was it easy to get here today? Nope. Was it worth it? Do y'all think it was worth it? I think it was worth it too. God bless you. Go Magic.
Thank you, Mayor Crotty, and thank you again for your vision and your leadership that has helped guide us here today. Now at this time, if you'll please turn your attention to the video screen, we'll have a preview of Mayor Buddy Dyer's State of Downtown address.
It started with an idea. Orlando, a city whose history had been defined for so long by its visitors, deserved a better class of sporting and entertainment venues designed specifically for the benefit of its residents. Through an historic partnership, the Central Florida community came together to support the construction of 3 world-class community venues. More than mere buildings, these venues would be icons of civic identity and pride. They would be places to create shared memories with friends and loved ones, and economic engines to continue the revitalization of downtown Orlando, help diversify the economy, and bring the next generation of careers to Central Florida. But this journey to make history wouldn't be easy. As crews broke ground on the Amway Center, America's economy began to falter. Jobs disappeared, the housing market slumped, tourism slowed. As Orlando fought the effects of recession, construction on the Amway Center became a lifeline for many in this economic storm, creating and saving jobs and keeping businesses afloat. In spite of it all, the community rose to the challenge and stayed the course. Now, as Central Floridians take their first steps into this new building, our entire region is taking steps towards recovery and toward a new era for Orlando. I'm Mayor Buddy Dyer. As we open the Amway Center, we also pause to recognize the hard work by so many people in our community to make this facility and all it means for our future a reality. When we created the vision for the venues, we also created a shared vision for the future of our city. While we are proudly the world's leading tourist destination, we also want to be the best place on earth to live, work, learn, and raise a family. A place with a revitalized downtown. A place with a quality of life unrivaled anywhere. A place with careers of the future and a sense of the past. A place with sports, entertainment, and arts amenities second to none. That future begins here and now. Orlando, it's time to experience your Amway Center.
Again, please welcome our Mayor, Buddy Dyer.
Good morning. This is the 8th time that I have delivered the State of Downtown address, and usually we hold the event in a slightly smaller setting, but this special day we thought we would supersize it. So I want to thank the Downtown Orlando Partnership for helping us put on today's event. Let's give the Downtown Orlando Partnership a great hand. Now, you know that I wake up every day proud and excited to serve as mayor of the great city of Orlando, but I must admit that today I'm a little more excited than usual. This is a pretty extraordinary day for the city of Orlando. It's also an extraordinary day for Central Florida, and it's an extraordinary day for everyone who believes in the power of partnership and has worked together to move our community forward. I am honored to welcome each of you to your Amway Center. When we look at the history of any city, there are a handful of milestones that define them. Here in Orlando, some of our defining moments have been the opening of Walt Disney World, the establishment of UCF, and the founding of the Orlando Magic. And I believe that when we look back at this moment, 20 or 30 years from now, the Amway Center opening will also be another significant milestone, one that changed Orlando for the better forever. We're going to look back at the opening of the Amway Center and all of its far-reaching impacts and the historic collaboration that made it possible as another bold step toward fulfilling our destiny as the next great American city. Now, the fact that we are even here today celebrating is really pretty remarkable. Central Floridians have talked about the need for new sports and cultural amenities for our residents since really the 90s, but it never moved beyond talk, and that changed in 2004 when we rallied behind an idea. We knew that our hometown was a special place to live and work and learn and raise a family, but we also knew that we could do more. Our residents deserve the kind of world-class venues that other cities had access to. So Central Florida came together to support the building of this Amway Center. And we didn't stop there. We created a shared vision for 3 community venues, a vision of how those venues could help create jobs, spur downtown revitalization, and be a catalyst for other major advances. Now, I emphasize the term shared vision. We simply would not be here but for the partnership of so many people and so many different sectors of our community. I share the stage with my partner and friend, Orange County Mayor Rich Crotty. Mayor Crotty, I can't thank you enough for your commitment to the collaboration between our 2 governments. And I want to thank each member of the Orange County Board of Commissioners who supported this project. My partners in city government are here, the Orlando City Commissioners who supported the project. Commissioners, we could not have done this without you. Would each of you and all of our elected officials please stand and be recognized this morning? As Alex and Mayor Crotty mentioned, this day would not be possible without the support and leadership of our tourism industry. Our largest employers, Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, and SeaWorld, were partners from the very beginning. And our leaders in the hospitality industry, from the Orlando CVB, the Central Florida Hotel and Lodging Association, and the Orange County Tourist Development Council, were instrumental in securing tourist tax dollars to help build these venues. I am proud to share the stage with Alex Martins and Bob Vanderweide of the Orlando Magic. There is no NBA franchise more committed to its community than the Orlando Magic. Bob and Alex, the Magic show this commitment every day, both on and off the court. I want to thank our civic, business, and faith-based organizations for their critical role in getting us here. The Central Florida Partnership and Metro Orlando EDC, who spearheaded Project Hometown, and of course, our Downtown Development Board. All of our local small businesses that helped articulate what this facility means in terms of economic development, and our entire venues team, including the Dr. Phillips Center, Florida Citrus Sports, and the Central Florida Sports Commission, and our Public Venues Oversight Committee for making sure that the Amway Center was built on schedule with the highest quality workmanship. To all of them, I say thank you. Another partnership that we're celebrating today is the model we use for the design and the construction of the Amway Center. The Magic acted as the developer and managed the construction, and probably most importantly, took on the burden for any cost overruns. This facility would not be here without their leadership and the thousands of local workers employed by contractors and subcontractors on the project. I can't thank everybody by name. Alex did a pretty good job of that. So let me recognize the development team, the design team, the construction team, and everyone at the Orlando Magic. I also want to recognize the incredible job that was done by every department in the city of Orlando. City employees not only worked on the building, but on every aspect of how the Amway Center blends into downtown Orlando. City family members, thank you for your hard work on this project and the work that you do every day to serve our residents. Would all of the city staff and everyone involved in the development, design, and construction, and the Magic, please stand and be recognized. I want to give a special thank you to our residents, the people who proudly call Orlando and Central Florida home. You stepped up and said in one powerful voice, we must invest in our future. And today, we celebrate the benefit of that investment. Today, we have the most technologically advanced, most environmentally friendly sports and entertainment venue in America, and that's something to celebrate. My wife Karen is here today, as well as my mother Nancy, and I want to thank them and our two sons for their love and support. There are so many more people to thank that I wish I could do that individually. In fact, if you put a person in each of the seats in this new Amway Center who deserve a thank you, I think we would pretty quickly run out of room, even though we can sit about 18,500. So let me just say to everyone who worked to make this day possible, thank you. Now, as we saw in the video, securing the funding for the construction of the Amway Center was just the beginning of the story. No one could have predicted the economic catastrophe that struck our nation beginning in 2008, just at the same time as we broke ground on this building. Yet, in the face of tough times, I'm amazed at the strength of our city. Maybe the very best part about being mayor is listening to our residents. And every day, I hear stories about the negative effects of this recession. But I also hear about pride and determination, a belief that if we can hang on, if we can keep going despite these economic challenges, that better days are ahead. And that's the same spirit that fueled the construction of this building. When we planned the Amway Center, we also created the blueprint to ensure that our residents benefited from the construction in the form of jobs and career training. Now, at the time, we had no idea just how important the blueprint would become. Through this effort, more than 1,400 Central Floridians have found jobs. 430 are Paramore residents. More than 120 local firms participated in the project, and 170 firms owned by women and minorities, performed $94 million worth of work on the building. Overall, the Amway Center achieved one of the largest minority and women-owned business participation rates in the history of any project in Florida. For companies struggling in a crippling recession, work on the Amway Center literally saved their business and kept people working. In this way, the Amway Center has become a critical part of our economic recovery. Nearly 2,500 people built the Amway Center. And as we open this building, I want to thank everyone involved in the blueprint and all of the men and women who helped build the Amway Center. I especially want to thank Orlando's City Commissioner, Daisy Lynham, for her leadership in the blueprint effort. Daisy, why don't you stand up and be recognized? This building wasn't just made to be the home of champions, it was built by champions. Okay, so the Amway Center also has given us another kind of blueprint. When our community created the shared vision for this building, we also established a unique formula for collaboration and partnership. This game plan enhanced partnership wasn't a one-time deal. Over the last few years, we've been able to use this model to move our community forward in many different ways. So despite the recession, collaboration has allowed us to secure a string of game-changing projects that quite honestly are not found anywhere else in the United States. The Medical City at Lake Nona with the Sanford Burnham Institute, UCF Medical School, Nemours Children's Hospital, the VA Hospital, and the University of Florida Research Institute. America's first high-speed rail line, the Sunrail system. The Sunrail system, which is going to have a stop about 100 yards from here, and you'll be able to get off the Sunrail and walk to a Magic game. And our vision for downtown Orlando's Creative Village, in partnership with OUC and Lynx and many of our other local development partners. Now, I had an opportunity to speak earlier this summer before hundreds of America's mayors, and I was asked to talk about our rail projects and how Orlando was able to get these done. And I was proud to answer that our success with rail and every other major accomplishment we've experienced is because of partnerships. Governments working together, civic entities, the business community, and residents becoming critical stakeholders, sharing the credit, sharing the challenges. It sounds pretty simple, but this new spirit of collaboration that is fueling our city doesn't exist everywhere else. Our model of partnership is not business as usual. It's not government as usual. Now other cities are learning from us how they can better harness the power of partnership. And in this way, the legacy of the Amway Center will have impacts beyond these walls and well beyond today. I believe that when we look back 30 years from now, the model of partnership that paved the way for this building will be just as meaningful as the facility itself. The lasting benefits of our partnership are even more important when you look at how all of our projects are interconnected. And nothing illustrates this point better than the words of Sanford Burnham Institute President Dr. John Reed. He made it clear that Orlando was the choice to become the East Coast home of the Burnham for two reasons. First, our commitment to partnership, and second, our willingness to build venues like the Amway Center that enhance the quality of life for the top-notch employees that they must attract to be successful. So today, Orlando is in a better position to grow and attract jobs and investment in our community because of the Amway Center. Now, we've been hearing this morning about the incredible fan amenities inside this building. We know about the environmental benefits. We're seeing the technology in action right now. But some might say, I'm not going to a concert or a ball game. So what's in it for me? Even if you never step foot inside the Amway Center, this building is going to have a positive impact on your community and your downtown. The Amway Center is going to play a key role in the ongoing revitalization of Central Florida's urban core. And yes, the recession has slowed progress downtown, but there are signs of recovery everywhere. We are seeing a surge in commercial and residential leases, particularly in the Church Street Entertainment District. Since January, 22 new retail establishments have opened downtown, and in the next 90 days, 15 more will open, many designed to serve Amway Center visitors. Every day, more people are choosing to live, work, and play in our downtown. And the Amway Center is a one-of-a-kind destination which will draw visitors throughout Central Florida and even Tampa and Jacksonville and South Florida. So we're rolling out a lineup of shows and sporting events for the Amway's inaugural year. Already, we're securing artists who would not likely have performed in our old building, like Lady Gaga. Any Lady Gaga fans out there? All right, well, let me try another one. This morning, I'm excited to announce that Bon Jovi will play 2 dates in the spring. So new artists mean new visitors to downtown Orlando, and more importantly, these high-end shows mean that our residents will no longer have to leave town and go to Tampa or Miami to see these acts. And that also means that our money is going to be spent in our community. So in closing, I want everyone to know that today is much more than just an opening celebration. Today, Orlando, we make history. We celebrate what can be accomplished when we come together to realize a dream. We give our residents world-class sports and entertainment options. We move our community toward a better and more prosperous future. Now, there's a saying that a house doesn't truly become a home until a family moves in. For 2 years, we've watched the Amway Center become part of our skyline. And up to this point, this once-in-a-generation project has been just a building. Concrete and steel, glass and beams, that's until today. Today, this house becomes a home. Today, our community brings the Amway Center to life. And with that life, a new chapter for downtown Orlando begins. With that life, the Amway Center becomes an icon of civic pride and identity. And with that life, the Amway Center becomes a vehicle to create shared memories with friends and loved ones. Orlando, let's start making those memories right now. We need your help to officially bring this building to life. So everybody, get on your feet. Get ready. Are you ready? Oh, come on, are you ready? You are about to witness the Amway Center being powered up publicly for the very first time. So I want you all to remember this moment. Remember this moment. This will be the first of many great moments in this building. In the Amway Center, only 3 words matter. Take a look at the screen above us, and I want you to say these 3 words with me. Are you ready? I was there.